Welcome back. Today we will be reacting to the most painful fast food deaths ever that someone recommended me through my Discord, which is made by a talking hat, and I know absolutely nothing about this. So let's go.
Raise the roof.
Huh?
It was just another Saturday night in Harriman, Utah, a quiet suburb.
Oh, we're
30
starting
minutes
immediately.
outside Salt
Okay.
Lake City. At a local
Salt Lake
Domino's,
City, I've been
orders
there.
were taken, pizzas were baked, and both customers and employees alike conversed with each other.
Blah blah
Since I'm
blah.
closing tonight, can I get the ox?
No.
Bro, please.
No.
Please.
The what?
No. Stop asking me. Just shut up and make pizzas.
My ox is so good, man. Just look. I got Lil Poom. 6'9", Diddy,
Ha!
Bebopa.
Who?
Bebopa? Bedoa Booty. I also got Miles, man.
Oh no, he's pissed.
Dude, I want to be on ox.
Shut up. Your taste sucks. That's why your girl left you. Just make the f***ing pizzas.
However, amidst all the friendly banter, an SUV
Friendly.
tangled in a 3-car accident would veer off its course
Oh.
and smash directly into the Domino's pizza.
Holy
As
fuck.
if the crash itself wasn't bad enough, it would also rupture a hidden gas line underneath the building.
Oh.
Within seconds, fire erupted. Bystanders watched in shock as flames consumed the vehicle. Inside, 2 people were trapped. That's when 2 courageous strangers risked their lives, pulling the driver and passenger out
Oh.
before the SUV was swallowed by the fire.
That's good.
Firefighters rushed in, trying to control the blaze. The building exploded. The blast
Holy
tore apart the
fuck.
dominoes, sending debris flying into the night sky and causing significant damage to the businesses next door, a Jimmy John's and a Supercuts. Miraculously, nobody was injured and everybody survived.
What?
Firefighters standing near the restaurant when it exploded managed to walk away unharmed. The Domino's, however, was reduced to rubble.
Holy fuck.
Exploded, managed to walk away unharmed. The Domino's, however,
That is insane. Holy fuck. Okay.
was reduced to rubble. What had been a neighborhood pizza joint became the epicenter of one of Harriman's most destructive accidents. The Mayo incident.
Mayo?
It was supposed to be just another quiet evening shift at a Subway near downtown Atlanta. The kind of Sunday where the streets slow down and customers trickle in for a late-night sandwich. Inside, 2 young employees were working, doing their job,
Working.
food, and chatting with regulars. As the customers sat down to enjoy their food, the door smashed open and a very odd-looking man walked up to the counter to order a sandwich. What happened next would quickly turn everybody's night into a complete nightmare. With what seemed like an insignificant and easily resolvable issue, tensions began to rise. The disagreement, which could have ended with a simple solution, instead festered, and the customer's anger built up until
Oh
it boiled
no.
over. Words turned into threats. Threats turned into physical exclamations.
Oh no.
And before you knew it, the psychopath pulled out a weapon. In seconds,
Oh
before
no.
anyone could react, fate was already sealed. The 26-year-old woman immediately collapsed behind the counter, unfortunately unresponsive. And her 24-year-old co-worker was also terribly struck, but they somehow clung to life. To make it worse, the victim's son was inside the store and witnessed
Oh,
all the
no.
horror unfold. Police later arrested the suspect, a 36-year-old man who lived just across the street. He was charged with multiple felonies and later booked that same night. Investigators said the entire
And later
incident
what
had
now?
multiple felonies and later booked that same night.
Later booked? Is that what they said? Wait, hang on. Let me turn on captions. Later booked. Yeah. What does later booked mean?
Investigators said the entire incident started simply because he thought there was too much mayo on.
Because what? This reminds me of people who, I think one guy at a McDonald's once actually called to the police because McDonald's didn't made their burger wrong or something like that.
His sandwich. Wild Wings. It was just after 5:30 p.m. at a
Wait.
Wild Wings.
What do you mean you made an
Just
oopsie?
after 5:30 p.m. at a Buffalo Wild Wings in Burlington, Massachusetts.
Mhm.
The dinner rush was minutes away, and employees were scrambling to prep the floor, the food, and the restaurant. That's when a simple routine cleaning would escalate into a complete catastrophe.
Uh-oh.
You see, earlier that day, a worker had to mop the kitchen floor with a standard acid-based cleaner.
Yeah?
Just a little bit later, another worker followed up with more mopping to prepare for the upcoming dinner rush. The only issue was that he was using a chlorine bleach product.
Oh!
The 2 chemical cleaners clearly state that they should never be mixed, and the employee had just begun mopping the entire floor, entirely mixing the 2. On contact, the chemicals fused into a bubbling green explosion.
Holy
Creating a
fuck!
dangerous, foaming, toxic mixture that began pumping out lethal gas at high doses. The fumes spread instantly. Employees began coughing, their eyes burning, and their lungs felt like they caught on fire. One by one, people ran for the exit, but the floor was already slick with danger.
Oh
That's
no.
when the manager of the building acted fast and grabbed a squeegee. He wasn't thinking about himself, he was only thinking about his team and his customers. He ran out to the floor and began pushing the toxic sludge toward a drain, trying to contain it before more people could get injured. But, unfortunately, the fumes overwhelmed him. His chest tightened, his lungs burned, and within moments he completely collapsed. Co-workers and bystanders tried desperately to get him outside, but the fumes were too strong. By the time they got to him, it was already too late. 13 people were hospitalized that day, and tragically, the only one who didn't make it out was the manager.
Well,
The
and
McDonald's
dang.
incident was
Oh?
the early hours of a Sunday morning in Lima, Peru. At a McDonald's
Peru?
in the Pueblo Libre district, the kitchen crew was wrapping up another long, grueling shift. A young 19-year-old woman and her 18-year-old boyfriend were finishing up that night. The two had plans to attend college, and they were both saving up heavily to continue.
Basically, it's the most painful fast food deaths ever. Someone decided to give me that to react to in my Discord.
Finishing up that night. The two had plans to attend college, and they were both saving up heavily to continue their studies.
Nice.
Unfortunately enough, this night would ensure that they didn't ever see that dream.
Holy
According to
fuck.
police, the 19-year-old was cleaning a soda machine when it delivered a strong electric
Oh.
shock. Her body jolted violently, not being able to handle the voltage. Gabriel panicked. Desperate to save her, he quickly dropped what he was doing and rushed in to help. But the
No!
moment he touched her, the same
Don't do
was
that!
surging through him too. Sadly, it immediately finished him. By the time emergency
I mean, I guess they weren't thinking, but still.
responders arrived, both of the employees were already done for. Reports surfaced that the 19-year-old had complained about being forced to clean equipment without proper gloves or boots, while also complaining of being pushed into 12-hour shifts without adequate safety gear. Tina's Burritos. It was just another night in Vernon, California, a strange industrial pocket
Ooh, I like the
just south of
heartbeat.
downtown Los Angeles, the kind of place with only a couple hundred residents. But
Wait,
sprawling
downtown
with
Los
massive
Angeles?
downtown Los Angeles.
Nice.
The kind of place with only a couple hundred residents, but sprawling with massive factories that keep the city supplied. One of those factories is Tina's Burritos, a plant that's been churning out frozen burritos for over 40 years, producing nearly 1 million burritos per day. But on this night, the factory floor...
Wait a minute.
Producing nearly 1 million...
I ate those, or at least I ate those before, or at least something like it.
burritos per day. But on this night, the factory floor turned into the scene of a nightmare. At around
Oh, don't worry. I want to. I always miss them at Costco. I don't. They're probably not the same company, but I would really like to eat them. And don't worry, this is not going to deter me from eating burritos. Probably.
Out frozen burritos for over 40 years, producing nearly 1 million burritos per day.
Mm-hmm.
But on this night, the factory floor turned into the scene of a nightmare. At around 9 p.m., a 19-year-old custodian was tasked with tending to the plant's massive meat grinder. The contraption was full with burrito meat and was waiting to be cleaned, and so, as expected to by his job, he began climbing into the inside of the machine to clean it. In this case, the burrito meat grinding machine was not locked, nor was it secure. It's still
Well, that
unclear
sucks.
as to whether
I can
the
imagine
grinder
what's going to
fell
happen.
and caused the machine to turn on, or if an employee decided to try to make another batch of burrito. It was not locked, nor was it secure. It's still unclear as to whether an item fell and caused the machine to turn on, or if an employee decided to try to make another batch of burrito meat. But, unfortunately, while the 19-year-old was inside of the machine cleaning out the meat, he would hear the industrial mechanism slowly power up and lock into place. The man panicked and shouted for the machine to be turned off, but his cries fell on deaf ears. Once
That
fully turned on, the
sucks.
machine began grinding. His screams echoed across the factory, finally grasping the attention of workers who then rushed to stop the machine. But by the time it finally shut down, there was nothing anyone could do.
Yeah.
Paramedics and firefighters arrived, but the scene was already unspeakable. The young man's fate was already sealed.
Can you imagine?
Unfortunately, he was gone in a way too dreadful to describe. The plant shut down immediately. OSHA investigators arrived, and like similar tragedies before, first responders were faced with the grim task of recovering what was left.
Oh,
of
it's
his
fine. I
body.
still want to eat
The
burritos.
process nearly took an hour for them. The grim task of recovering what was left of his body. The process nearly took an hour for them to complete. Life wasn't always like this. There was a time where we didn't have a Whataburger or McDonald's, but rather just nuts, berries, and whatever else we could find to eat that day. Nowadays, you have access to places like these for a quick meal if you're in a rush.
Okay.
Fast food is extremely unhealthy, and you should never make it a habit to eat it. But if you do find yourself at one of the stores, have patience with the employees. It's a grueling industry to work in. With no further ado, have a happy day.
Yay! Ooh, that's a cute kitty. I mean dog. Wait, what? Worst gamer deaths ever? Huh. Nice. Okay. That was interesting. Do they have other stuff? Or is it only horrifying stuff? Yeah, it's definitely horrifying stuff. I'm not watching more of that. But yeah, that was interesting. All right. Okay.